another edition of Checkered Nation. I am Mark, the host. This is Michelle, Kevin,
Hi.
And that is Jelanie.
Hi.
Today's subject, we're going to talk about gay guys that fall for straight guys / married guys and why. Kevin, why don't you start off this and talk about your experience?
I've had experience with this, unfortunately.
How many years ago was it?
This was several years ago when I was in my early to mid 20s.
Okay.
I had my best friend was straight,
Right.
and I fell for him big time. Now, of course, as I look back over it, I'm much older and wouldn't let it happen again.
Right,
but
why? Why didn't you fall for him?
I think it was an emotional thing as well as a physical thing. Straight, he didn't come with a whole lot of baggage, very attractive. Actually, we did everything just about a couple would, except for,
Did you have sex?
No.
Okay.
No. But it could happen when you get very, very close to someone. You're attracted to them, masculine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it
Wow.
did
So it's kind
happen.
of like you fell in love with your best friend, so to speak.
I did.
Kind of, yeah.
I did, and it was for 7 years.
Yeah.
It went on
it
for
was-
7 years?
yeah.
Damn, you got
Yeah,
me beat.
and now I look back at it, I mean, it was a complete waste of time because it just ended in heartache, but
Right.
Right, but can I add something to that? Never feel that was a waste of time. If you could walk away and feel you learned something from it, and you're still friends and you could keep your feelings in check, don't beat yourself up for that.
what it's made me do is I'm very guarded. I have a very close straight friend, and it makes me really think about my feelings a lot more, and I'm very cautious.
I have a question for you.
What do you have?
Did you mention it to him? To your friend that you had a crush on? And what was
Yeah,
his
it all
reaction?
came out. He was kind of upset at first, and then what really threw a wrench into the whole situation is a couple of times he made passes at me.
Oh, wow.
So that
Was
really,
he under any type of influences?
he was a heavy drinker, yeah.
Mm.
So,
But he made
And that
passes,
happened-
so that kind of is like,
Yeah.
that's kind of questionable of his sexuality.
Right.
And that goes into defining straight and gay.
Right.
And like, okay, if he can make passes at you, is he okay with his sexuality? Is he confused a little bit about his sexuality? Because if you're straight, are you going to venture that way?
No,
Do you want to
there's-
experiment?
There's going to be a line right there
Right.
crossing this,
Right.
right there. But
I confronted him about it
all right.
the next day, and he denied that it ever happened. I confronted him twice. Both
And it was
times
under
it happened.
alcohol influence.
Right.
Wow. Okay. Wow. The first guy I fell in love with was in the closet. That was back in the 80s. I pretty much did everything for him. I think it made me more selfish. Let me back up here. Not more selfish, but it made me a little bit more protective of what I'm going to give now. I gave everything to him. When I got off of work, I was over at his house till it was time to go back to work. I didn't care. My time was his. Everything was his. And then, unfortunately, it happened again in the late 90s. Actually, with a guy that used to work, I think he left before you came there. His first name is Sean. But that went on for a couple of years, and we worked for the same company.
And he was straight?
Supposedly. He
said he was straight.
Right, but when I confronted him like you did, he used to say, well, I don't know what's going on between us either. This is news. This is new to me. But I felt naked around him. I never felt, even with my clothes on,
Right.
around a man. No man has ever been able to do that to me, which I felt that vulnerable around here. He used to want to know my intimate thoughts. I used to think, at least let me keep something to myself. And when we were together, he was driving my car. I was the passenger. He was the one driving the car. And he'd say, well, what are you thinking? Oh, nothing. And he used to tell me, I will stop the car right now if you don't tell me what you're thinking. And he actually stopped the car. And he said, well, why don't you tell me what you're thinking? That I was so screwed up. That
Can
was
I
one
ask,
man I was screwed up over.
How the friendship ended? Are you still friends? Or?
I ended it. I had to end it. I had to end it. He's in law enforcement now, but I had to end it. And I was screwed up. He had my car when we got to work. He got the keys to my car. He had keys to my apartment. It was like we were together without the physical part. But he let me kiss him, and it was very emotional.
Yeah, he was not straight. He was not straight. He lets you kiss him. He's not straight. He's questionable. He's questioning his sexuality, and he's not sure himself which way he wants to go.
He made me cook for him. I never cooked for a man. We went to the store to get some
he
food.
ate it?
Yeah, he actually ate it.
Okay.
He actually said, we were both laying on the couch together. He was on one couch, I was on the other. He tapped on the couch, when you going to get up and cook? And I actually got up and cooked. I was gone.
I'm surprised.
I've never done that for a
I know
man.
this is kind of off the subject, but what did you cook?
I cooked chicken,
Okay.
fried chicken, and he ate it.
Wow.
He ate it. He didn't complain.
And he's
but-
still alive today.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still alive.
You're going to pay for that
Back to
later.
the
You know
topic.
you are.
Okay.
But the thing that blew me away is that my best friend at the time, he still works for the same company I do. He was jealous. I guess he saw there was something going on between the two of us.
Wow.
And I used to ask Sean, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm so lost. And he used to tell me the same thing. Well, this is new to me. I don't know what's going on either. And he used to wear my clothes. And he used to say, well, you know, I love you. I love you. And I said, well, I love you too, but you got me so confused right now. So ever since then, that went on for 2 years. So he sent me an email because he went into the service. When he got out, he went into law enforcement here in California. When he sent me to let me know he was getting married, that's when I said, this got to stop.
Wow.
This has got to, I can't do this anymore. Ever since then, it made me a little bit more guarded. The next guy I got involved with, I'm more guarded. I'm more selfish. I'm going to think about me more.
Yeah.
If you're not on the same page as me,
Yeah.
but it's still hard to believe. I mean that it's still hard. It's still hard that there's someone we work with right now. People question that person, and I have to watch myself with that person.
Right. So what is to answer the question? Do gay people fall for straight people? Is it safe? Do you feel like they fall because it's safe, or are they looking for every aspect in that person in somebody of theirs?
That's what I think it is.
I think that they fall in love with somebody that has all the qualities that they want in a gay person,
Right.
female or male, you know, but they just happen to be straight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
you hear stories though later on, they're married,
Yeah.
and then they creep out, and then they go out and they find out what it's like to be with a man, and they go the down under.
I would not be a part of that. It's like I mean, why play like Madonna says? Why go for second best? You know, if I can't be first, I don't want you.
Oh yeah.
You know, on the flip side too, what's happened, and I've seen this happen, is a straight woman will be best friends with a gay male,
Oh yeah.
and she will fall for him.
Yeah.
And I think that happens quite
Yeah.
a bit because they share so much together.
Right. Right.
You know?
You know that you hear about that a lot. How straight women have and gay men, they're like always best friends. There's always a gay man, a best friend with a straight woman. It's because they share, they tie their feelings with emotion. You know what I mean? I think they're more emotionally connected. And
Right.
you know.
Right. I hate to interrupt, but we're going to take a time out, and I think this subject deemed, oh, excuse me. Woo, get a little hot over here. This subject deemed a part 2. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to continue this subject, if everyone's okay with that.
That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.